habit. Something that is done regularly, usually without thinking. Smoking is a dangerous habit. He has many poor habits. Exercising is a good habit. He has some really strange habits. He is having a hard time breaking old habits. She is not flexible in her daily habits. Nail biting is a nervous habit. Shopping can be an expensive habit. He needs to change his eating habits. He's trying to quit his smoking habit. He is in the habit of ordering takeout every night. He developed some bad habits while living alone. Poor eating has become a habit. He's trying to break the habit of staying up late. He stole money to support his gambling habit. My morning routine is done by habit.
Hair. Mass of thin, thread-like strands that grow on a person's head. Animal fur. She has black hair. He has curly hair. He tried to tame his messy hair. She has such beautiful hair. She looks nice with cropped hair. He's worried about thinning hair. The furniture is covered with cat hair. She has thick hair. He's starting to lose his hair. She always wears her hair up. I need to fix my hair. She braided her hair. Make sure to brush your hair before pictures. She washes her hair daily. He got his hair cut yesterday. She perms her hair every 3 months. I am waiting for my hair to grow. He shaved his hair. He's trying to deal with hair loss. I am at the hair salon. I bought some hair color. She's getting hair extensions.
Hardly, barely, almost none. His excuse is hardly believable. The news was hardly comforting. This is hardly worth doing. The changes are hardly necessary. She's hardly aware of what's going on. That is hardly true. The stain hardly shows. It's obvious you hardly care. You hardly enjoyed your meal. I hardly know him. We hardly go to the theater anymore. We hardly travel anymore.
Hearing. The ability to be aware of sounds. A meeting where complaints or legal issues are presented and a decision is made on what should be done. He has excellent hearing. The final hearing will be next month. He doesn't think he received a fair hearing. We are scheduling a full hearing. There will be an open hearing. They are holding a committee hearing. Many animals have excellent hearing. He is losing his hearing. I don't know if he will regain his hearing. Loud music can affect your hearing. His hearing is going fast. They are having public hearings. They scheduled the hearing for next month. They demanded an open hearing. She got a fair hearing. The hearing will take place tomorrow. This doctor deals with hearing loss. She has to get a hearing aid. They set a trial date at today's hearing. The case was dismissed without a hearing.
Hurt. To cause or feel physical or emotional pain. He badly hurt his arm when he fell down. You actually hurt her feelings by what you said. I slightly hurt my hand when I fell. Your words really hurt me. Her lies hurt him deeply. I didn't think the shot was going to hurt. My foot began to hurt badly. I am not trying to hurt you. I think he wants to hurt me. My body hurts a lot. Her words really hurt him. The weather is really hurting sales. Her lies hurt his reputation.
Hurt. Physically injured, emotionally or mentally upset. I don't want you to get hurt. He is really hurt. He feels really hurt by what she did. He was badly hurt in the accident. She was really hurt by his behavior. She was deeply hurt by his actions. I have to be careful with my hurt leg. She saw the hurt expression on his face. She is trying to get over her hurt feelings.
Hurt. Emotional or physical pain. He experienced deep hurt by her cold behavior. She caused her family great hurt when she left home. He feels great hurt by her actions. I could see the hurt in his face. Illegal. Against the law or rules. It remains illegal to sell street drugs in this country. It is illegal to drive under the influence. The sale of semi-automatic weapons should be made illegal. The debate over illegal immigrants has become a huge political topic. His business deals are highly illegal. Providing alcohol to children is strictly illegal. The police are investigating his allegedly illegal activities. The police are investigating his possible illegal activity. He is an illegal immigrant. She was charged with illegal discrimination. He was caught with illegal gambling. Incorporate. To make something a part of something else. To become a corporation. The company was formally incorporated today. These new features can be easily incorporated. The area was successfully incorporated as part of the city. The data is now incorporated in the report. He incorporated the essays into his book. His business was legally incorporated as a company.
Initiative. A new plan. The ability to act independently. They proposed a new initiative. The proposed initiative is confusing. That was a practical initiative. They worked on a collaborative initiative all night. He has great initiative when it comes to getting things done. Our group will undertake a new initiative. We have all been involved in this initiative for a long time. The last initiative was rejected. The committee endorsed the new initiative. He had the initiative to start a new company. We are against the new initiative. The latest initiative by the governor sounds interesting. An initiative for gun control is needed. The state's new initiative on gun control is not popular with the voters.
Iron. To remove wrinkles from fabric with an iron. I need to iron my clothes.
Iron, a type of hard metal, a device used to remove wrinkles from clothing. A golf club. He could not use his rusty iron. He gathered all the scrap iron. She uses an electric iron on her dress shirts. She uses a curling iron on her hair every morning. Be careful of the hot iron. Germany is known to produce lots of iron. Our outdoor furniture is made out of iron. She needs foods that contain iron. She uses an iron on her dress pants. He tripped over an iron bar. They had to walk through an iron gate. She began to take iron pills. She has an iron deficiency.
Iron. Very strong. He has an iron will to survive. She promised not to let go of her iron grip.
Judge. A public court official that can decide how a guilty person will be punished. A person who decides who will win a competition. He is an experienced judge. The presiding judge asked tough questions. He was appointed as the county judge. They need to convince the judge. The judge called the witness to the stand. The trial judge dismissed the claim. The judge declared that she was guilty. The judge chose the same winner from last year. The judge will decide on the final round of the competition.
Judge. To form an opinion after careful thought, to choose a winner of a competition. He judged the contest fairly. She was fired for judging the competition unfairly. The golfer judged the distance perfectly. Don't judge her solely on her looks. You will be judged by your work. His project will be judged on its creativity. Your work will be judged against others.
Judgment. An opinion. A decision made by a judge. Ability to make wise decisions. Everyone thought he made an accurate judgment. He was criticized for making poor judgments. I'll make my final judgment after I review all of the information. She is bad at making snap judgments. Don't make a judgment without all the facts. Have you reached a judgment? Don't pass judgment so easily. I would like to express my personal judgment. I'll withhold judgment until next week. She was trying to get the judgment reversed. They obtained a judgment in their favor. He trusted his wife's judgment. She needs to make her own judgment about him. The worker won a judgment against the company. He was not ready to make a judgment on the case. Justify. To provide a good reason for something. He couldn't truly justify what he said. She could hardly justify her bad behavior. He tried to justify his behavior. She needs to justify her actions. How will you justify your behavior to your boss?
Knife. A sharp blade used for cutting. He used a sharp knife to carve out the wood. He was having a hard time using the dull knife on his steak. She bought a set of kitchen knives. The police told the man to lay down his knife. I need to sharpen my knife. This knife doesn't cut well. He was armed with a hunting knife. He was arrested for pointing his knife at police officers. His knife block sits on the counter. The knife handle broke when he dropped it. He was injured in a knife attack. He can cut the rope with his pocket knife. Lab. Room or building used for scientific research or experiments. Short for laboratory. Scientists experiment on lab animals. Scientists wear lab coats. We are waiting for the lab results. Students can use the computer lab for their school projects. Evidence is analyzed in the crime lab. Scientists are conducting lab experiments on mice. The scientists worked all night in the lab. They are conducting tests in the lab. The scientists experiment in secret labs. Landscape. A large area of land that can be seen from one place. We were surprised by the rugged landscape of the desert. I was amazed at the mountain landscape. She paints rural landscapes. We need to preserve the rural landscape. The neat row of trees created a beautiful landscape. He always wanted to be a landscape photographer. She is learning about landscape design.
Laugh. To make a vocal sound when you hear or see something funny. I couldn't stop myself from laughing out loud. She just laughed when she saw my outfit. He laughed a lot at his own joke. I laughed inwardly when I saw his new hairstyle. We were all laughing together. They easily laugh at the silliest things. He looked so funny, I just had to laugh. A boy made a funny face to make us laugh. I heard him laughing uncontrollably. I tried not to laugh at her, but she looked so silly. One day you'll be able to laugh about this. Everyone laughed at her jokes. She spent time talking and laughing with her family.
Laugh. The act or sound of laughing. She responded with a loud laugh. His joke got the biggest laugh. He is well known for his evil laugh. She let out a loud laugh. We all shared a good laugh. She tried to hold back a laugh, but she couldn't. He got a laugh out of his grandfather. I heard her loud laugh from the other room. He acted weird just for laughs. She walked out with a sarcastic laugh. We had a good laugh over lunch.
Lay. To put or place down. She carefully laid the baby in the crib. He laid the napkins neatly on the table. She laid the plates down on the table. He laid the book aside. The mother laid the child tenderly on her lap. She carefully laid a blanket over her sleeping son.
League. A group of sports teams that compete with each other. They want to start a new basketball league. He plays for a minor league baseball team. He plays hockey for a local league. I signed up to play in the summer league. He is starting a professional baseball league. The team joined a new league last year. Our team dominated the league. We won the league championship. They are the league champions. She set a league record for points. The team is now in a different league.
Loud. Very noticeable in sound, making a lot of noise. The music is very loud inside. She turned the television up loud. His voice was extremely loud. The little boy's screams are incredibly loud. We heard a loud noise. Mail. Letters or items delivered by the postal office. I answered all of my mail today. Did you get the mail yet? I opened his mail by accident. The mail has been collected already. The mailman is coming soon. You can leave the key in the mailbox. The mailroom is full. We're waiting for the mail delivery. It's available by mail order only. We sent your money by registered mail. My job is to sort the incoming mail. I use electronic mail. He left me a few voicemails. I get a lot of hate mail. I have a pile of unopened mail. Please send it by mail. I received her check in the mail.
Mail. To send letters or items using the postal office. I mailed her a postcard from China. Did you mail your ballot yet? We will be mailing it out today. Please mail it directly to me. I mailed the check to her yesterday.
Massive. huge, very large. His sculptures are done on a massive scale. There is a massive amount of people at the parade. There was massive bleeding at the accident scene. The clothing store is having massive discounts. He died from a massive heart attack. They're making massive improvements to the house. People were injured in the massive earthquake. There was a massive outcry against the war. The country suffered a massive loss. He experienced massive success with his first book.
Measurement. The process of determining the size or amount of something. He made a few measurements before cutting the wood. I need to get your measurements. She took my measurements to make a coat. I calculated the measurement of the room. We need to convert the measurements to ounces. What unit of measurement do they use in your country? There are many different measurement tools. He is trying a new measurement technique. There were too many measurement errors in the drawing. We need to take accurate measurements. He used scientific measurements. What's your waist measurement?
Mess. An unorganized or unclean condition. Please clean up this mess. You leave a mess wherever you go. We need to sort out this mess. You have made a complete mess. You created this entire mess. The country is in a financial mess. She is an emotional mess. He lives in a giant mess. We found it under the mess of papers. Mobile. Able to move. What kind of mobile phone do you have? They lived in a mobile home for a year. My grandfather is extremely mobile for someone his age. Our daughter is becoming increasingly mobile. She is very mobile for someone who just had a baby. Our baby is becoming more and more mobile each day.
Mode. A certain way of doing something. He switched his mode of transportation. The company adopted a new mode of communication. He is entering a new mode of work. The alarm is in default mode. My phone is in sleep mode. The people are in crisis mode. What is your normal mode of transportation? What is the most effective mode of communication? The computer is in sleep mode. Their main mode of transportation is the bus.
Mud. Wet dirt. The children were covered in mud. The dirt road turned into mud after the heavy rainfall. The dried mud was starting to crack. The house is made of mud bricks. People were injured in a mudslide. They live in a mud hut. She is wearing a mud mask. My house has a mud floor. The spa offers a mud bath. We like to watch mud fights. Kids like to make mud pies. The dog was covered with wet mud. Children like to play in the mud. Nasty. Not nice, very bad, unpleasant. The weather is starting to turn nasty. He sounds like a nasty person. This chicken soup tastes nasty. What a nasty person. My friend is going through a nasty divorce. Smoking is a nasty habit. I've had some nasty side effects from the medication. There was a nasty accident on the freeway. She has a nasty cold. I heard a nasty rumor about them. The weather is really nasty today. I have a nasty scar from the accident. She is really nasty to her kids.
Native. Connected to the place where someone or something was born or lived for many years. He is part Native American. This bird is native to our area. The native dialect is easy to understand. We are learning about the native traditions on the island. This is my native land. They are native people. What's your native tongue? This plant is native to our area. She is a native of California.
Opening. The first night of a show. The beginning. A way in or out. A hole. An available job. I cut an opening in the wall. She covered the small opening in the wall. The company filled the opening for a new assistant manager. We celebrated the opening of the shop. We should go to her art opening. There's a large opening in the wall. We went to the grand opening at the gallery. Let's go to a gallery opening this weekend. There is a job opening at his company. There is a small opening in the fence. We went to an opening for her art show. What is the opening to the book about?
Opening. Happening at the beginning. First. We went to the ballet on opening night. You missed the opening act. What is your opening bid? The opening track is very short. Did you read the opening paragraph? Orange. A round citrus fruit with orange skin that grows on trees. I ate an orange for breakfast. I peeled the orange. I drank a glass of orange juice. I added orange slices to the dessert. The orange peel is not edible. That's a juicy orange. I like navel oranges.
Orange. Having the color when red and yellow are mixed. I like drinking orange soda. Look at the orange sunset. I bought an orange jacket. He has orange hair.
Ordinary. Normal. Not unusual. The food seems pretty ordinary. I am just an ordinary person. It was just an ordinary day. I lead an ordinary life. She's an ordinary citizen. My life is pretty ordinary.
Organize. To put in a neat order. To arrange in a particular way. I tried to organize a boycott. He learned how to organize his time. He managed to organize a successful team. I need to organize my closet. They are organizing a show. I organized a competition. She has to learn how to organize her finances. He organized an exhibit last year. She neatly organized the pictures on her wall. He successfully organized a great event. She is known to organize her events well. We are organizing the books according to size. We're organizing the event around his arrival. We organized the class into 4 groups.
Ought. To say that something is likely or expected to happen. To show an obligation. You ought to try yoga. He ought to obey the law. You and I are on the same page, so it ought to fit. You ought to take care of yourself. It ought to be here by now.
Parent. A mother or father. It is important to listen to your parents. We became parents in 1989. This year they became new parents. He's a divorced parent of 2 children. She is an abusive parent. Her biological parents live in Romania. It is very difficult to be a single parent. I only have one surviving parent now. They are the proud parents of twins. He is lucky to have very supportive parents.
Pattern. A repeated action. A repeated arrangement of shapes, colors, and forms. A design. The quilt is made up of geometric patterns. The rug has a striped pattern around the border. The department doesn't have a set pattern of doing things. The twins follow the same pattern of getting ready. We are observing the behavioral patterns of children who are not disciplined. There was an obvious pattern to the neighborhood burglaries. Researchers are analyzing the breathing pattern of people who snore. The rug has a beautiful geometric pattern on it. The children formed a pattern with their learning blocks. We set a pattern of doing homework before television. Her dating habits follow the same pattern every time. We need to change our spending pattern to save money. We are noticing a pattern with her behavior. There is a pattern of lovely flowers on her curtains. The police noticed a pattern to the local robberies.
Pin. To attach something. To hold something in position. She carefully pinned the ribbon on the winner. She pinned the fabric together. She pinned back her hair. He was pinned down until the police arrived. She was helplessly pinned between the cars. Pin the paper to the board.
Pin. A thin, sharp piece of metal. A piece of jewelry attached to clothes. She wore a silver pin. She keeps her hair up with bobby pins. They put notes on the bulletin board with push pins. The diaper was held together with safety pins. My aunt gave me a diamond pin. She hung the sheets with clothespins. Poetry. A collection of poems. I write poetry. I received a poetry collection as a gift. We went to a poetry reading. The book is made up of good poetry.
Police. An organization that solves and prevents crimes and makes people obey laws. We called the police. The police arrested the criminal. The police investigated the crime. The police raided the building. The police are patrolling the area. The police arrived immediately. The police questioned the suspect. He became a police officer. Police brutality is on the rise. We live near the police station. The robbery is under police investigation. She asked for a police escort. I filed a police report. He has a long police record. I want to join the police force. The police uniforms were stolen. I hear a police siren. The police dogs are well trained. We watched the police chase on TV. The traffic police pulled me over again. We have armed police patrolling the area. The city called in the riot police. He was detained by the airport police.
Pool. A small body of water. A swimming pool. A small area of liquid. They are swimming in the pool. He drained the pool. My neighbors are having a pool party. The pool deck is slippery. The children found a big pool of water to play in. They have a swimming pool. They swam in the pool. There was a pool of blood.
Pool. To collect money or ideas from people and put it all together to share. Let's pool our money together.
Possess. To own. To have something. He possesses a natural gift. Can you legally possess firearms in this state? She possesses the right qualifications for the job. He was arrested for possessing drugs. She possesses great wealth. Applicants must possess great communication skills. The country is being investigated for possessing nuclear weapons.
Possibility. Something that might happen or exist. Let's explore all of the possibilities. My job has opened up new possibilities for me. Don't rule out the possibility of a company merger. You need to face the possibility that she will not come back. He raised a new possibility. How can we reduce the possibility of bankruptcy? Don't risk the possibility of losing the house. Losing the house remains a possibility. There is a tiny possibility that I miss the show. You will have endless possibilities at your new job. There are many possibilities out there. That's the only possibility I can think of. There is a possibility of rain this afternoon.
Pound. A unit for weight. A unit of money in some countries. A place that holds homeless animals. She weighs 300 pounds. It cost 50 pounds. It costs 45 British pounds. We got our dog from the city pound. We got the dog at the pound. They took the stray dog to the pound. We bought 50 pounds of rice.
Pound. To hit something with force. My heart was pounding. He pounded his fist on the table. The waves pounded the boat. I pounded the nail into the wall. He pounded at the door. Procedure. An official way of doing something. An operation. He doesn't always follow procedure. Please describe the procedure. The doctor did the procedure. She had the procedure done last year. Do you recommend this procedure? It was just a routine procedure. It was a complicated procedure. Is this the correct procedure? This company has very strict procedures for hiring people. We are going to try a new procedure on him. Make sure to follow the necessary procedures. She underwent a cosmetic procedure. The procedure for opening the cafe is written here.
Queen. A female ruler of a royal family. The wife of a king. The queen ruled for 30 years. The queen ruled over all of the land. She was crowned queen in 1832. She is our future queen. She was prom queen. She will be the Queen of Spain. She is the servant under the Queen of England.
Ratio. The comparison of two things. We increased the ratio of water to flour. We have an equal ratio of parent volunteers and students. How can we improve the teacher-to-student ratio? We need to calculate the teacher-to-student ratio. The ratio of milk to chocolate is too high. What is the school's gender ratio? The student-to-teacher ratio is 4:3. We need to measure the benefit-to-risk ratio. The ratio of water to salt is too high. We measured the water and flour in a ratio of 1:3. We are measuring the ratio between the two liquids. readily, quickly, easily. They readily accepted the decision. He readily admitted to cheating on the test. She readily understood the situation. She tends to readily forgive children. It was readily apparent to me. Food is readily available here. Your driver's license should always be readily accessible. Promotions are readily available at this company. Her scars were readily noticeable to everyone.
Relation. A connection. A family member. We established good relations with our neighboring country. We need to sever our relations with them. How can we strengthen our relations? There is a direct relation between smoking and lung cancer. He studies international relations. They have poor relations. What is the relation between them?
Relieve. To remove pain or worry. To ease. To discharge. This tea will relieve constipation. She took medication to relieve her anxiety. He tried to relieve her suffering. I did it to relieve boredom. He relieved her from duty. The medicine temporarily relieved her symptoms. He was relieved from duty.
Request. The act of asking for something politely. Can I make a small request? I have considered your request. The manager will handle your request. They denied my request. I have a little request. I sent them a request. He made a formal request. I have a special request. I submitted my original request months ago. I have sent them repeated requests. By popular request, here is their latest song. The information was not made public at the parents' request. Additional information is available upon request. We made an immediate request for help. This is a request from the President.
Request. To ask for. She requested another hearing. I requested a refund for the damaged product. He has requested assistance from them. She requested an audience with you. She requested information on my behalf. The boss has requested your presence. We requested a copy for our records. He specifically requested a room with a view. She formally requested to have a bodyguard. I requested more information from them.
Respond. To give an answer. To react. The audience responded well. The police responded right away. The patient is not responding to the medication. She immediately responded to him. They responded eagerly to the news. She politely responded to his angry question. He responds instantly to emails. She is responding well to medication. How should I respond to him? He responded by writing a long email. He responded with a smile. He responded via email.
Restaurant. A place where you pay to eat a meal. We went to a restaurant. The restaurant serves bad food. The restaurant caters to our community. I recommend this restaurant. The restaurant closed late. They finally opened a restaurant. They closed their struggling restaurant. The restaurant specializes in seafood. She owns the restaurant. I tried the new restaurant. She is a restaurant owner. McDonald's is a famous restaurant chain. He works in the restaurant industry. The restaurant staff is great. My kids love restaurant food. He's a famous restaurant critic. We need to make a restaurant reservation. We went to a good Chinese restaurant. This is a 5-star restaurant. There are a lot of chain restaurants in this area. We ate at an expensive restaurant. He owns a gourmet restaurant. Do you want to go to the new seafood restaurant? We ate at a restaurant.
Retain. To keep. Her pregnancy is making her retain water. The dish retained its flavor after a couple of hours. He couldn't retain all of the information. I've retained an attorney. I tried to retain my dignity. She was able to retain ownership of the company. I no longer retain ownership of my company. I somehow retained control of the situation. She retained him as her attorney.
Royal. Connected with the king or queen of a country. He has royal blood. He is part of the royal family. The princess lives in a royal castle. They received a royal welcome. We are here to welcome the royal king. We were given royal treatment at the hotel. The prince and princess are planning a royal visit to this country.
Salary. The amount of money a person makes at a job. The worker makes a big salary. Our base salary is $45,000. The company pays a great salary. Jimmy earns a low salary. His hard work will raise his salary. This position has a good salary package. All teachers received a 10% salary increase. It is hard to raise a family on a low salary.
Satisfaction. A happy or pleased feeling. The company gave an employee satisfaction survey. She gets complete satisfaction from helping others. Bob got satisfaction knowing he would be on vacation next week. She expressed her satisfaction with the yard work. The company has a good satisfaction rating. I had the satisfaction of meeting the boss. He smiled with satisfaction. The work was done to our satisfaction. She finds satisfaction in helping others.
Sector. A part of an area of business. A part of a large group. Farming is an important sector of our economy. Oil is a growing sector in the Middle East. The law will only apply to the business sector. He is part of a private sector. There are more restrictions in the public sector.
Senior. Older in age. Higher in rank or status. He is a senior officer in our company. We will send our book to the senior editor. The senior policeman helped us. I am now in senior high school. He is a senior advisor to the president. We are meeting with the senior commander. Senior citizens get first priority. The problem has reached senior level. He is a senior citizen. He is senior to her.
Senior. A student in the 4th year of high school or college. An elderly person. Someone older or higher in rank. My son is a college senior. He attends college as a senior. As her senior, she was able to tell people what to do. There are many discounts for seniors. My parents live in an apartment for seniors. He seems to communicate well with seniors. Shame. A feeling of guilt or regret. He had deep shame for his actions. I have been hiding a secret shame for many years. The mayor risked public shame. The child was filled with shame for lying to his parents. Her arrest brought shame on the family. He cried from shame. I felt shame about what happened. She feels great shame for saying cruel things.
Shame. To make someone feel ashamed. He was publicly shamed for his involvement in the scandal. The public has shamed the mayor into resigning from his job.